said if you ain't first, you're last.
Kneel before Zod!
Hello, everybody out there in TV land, and welcome in for a special Thursday night of Marvel Snap. But first, we've got Boat Times coming in first. If you're not first, you're last. Boat coming in saying, Alex coming in saying first, as is tradition. Boat Times saying, great to see you out there in TV land, guys. Ram was my Valentine's yesterday. We didn't get in, have a stream yesterday. That has nothing to do with Valentine's Day and everything to do with work, but I was gonna say that she was my Valentine yesterday. Good to see you out there in TV land. We got our Yankee, who can't think of a joke. Great to see you out there in TV land. Our Yankee, welcome in, welcome in. Zotrix coming in, possibly 8th. Momo Times is still keeping count, guys. How are we doing?
Hey guys. Sorry I missed yesterday's stream. Work was a little nutty, but come here today instead. All right. Now I do have work tonight, so we have a very hard stop of stream. We've only got about 2 hours to be able to stream, but in those 2 hours, we're going to take a look at a brand new deck tracker by Snap.fan. I got the beta build of it. We're gonna try it out. Oh, there's the I got the beta ray build of it. The beta ray build of it. I got you, R Hickey. There you go. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see if it's fire or not. Is it gonna convince me to stop using Untapped? Is it going to take over my main deck tracking? Do I cancel my Untapped subscription? I don't know. These are questions that we're looking to answer through our beta ray build testing. Strobo, good to see you out there in TV land. Boat's keeping count. He expects somebody else will come up after you and you'll be second to last for a little while until it moves on and progresses as the night normally does. How you guys doing? How's everyone's climb? I am still right around 95. And, I need a good deck tracker to be able to help me get over that hump. So we'll see if this one does it or not. Right off the bat, I am going to say I am a Snap.fan verified creator. It awards me the pro subscription on their website, which is great for making content because then I don't have the ads when I'm reviewing something. Not that I really make content. But there are absolutely no restrictions on my content from Snap.fan. This is not sponsored in any way. I'm receiving no kicks for this. This is just an ask to help with beta testing. All right. They need people to try shit out before they release it to the masses, or, things won't work. Kitty can't do. So they're looking to avoid that. I talked with them. They're cool with me streaming my testing of it. They don't mind. I'm sure it actually probably helps for steps to reproduce, because there will be a VOD for it. So everything's cool. This is going to be my honest review and first impressions. I've only opened the app to make sure it works. see that there are settings, and that's it. So we'll actually try it out. Climb's garbage boat. You've been stuck in the 80s. Well, 80s was a good decade. But you'll climb through. You'll climb through. Make it up there through the 90s eventually. This season's been a little weird for me. It's been like plateaus and then big boosts, and then plateaus and then big boosts. So I'm just waiting for that next big boost. But before we actually get into playing Snap, while we're still here getting stream set up, talked about it last stream, and we're gonna do it this stream too. Every stream, I want to start off with a typing test. I think that if I do a typing test once a day, I will eventually bring my speed up. So this is what we're going to try to do. One typing test real quick, 60 seconds, and then we'll allow it to analyze it and tell us how well we did. And then we will play Marvel Snap with the brand new beta ray build of Marvel Snap. What's the name of the website? Snap.fan. Channel of mispronunciations and misplays and apparently blurry cameras. Snap.fan's deck tracker. Hit infinite by the way of the hot location. There you go, Strobo. There you go. Utilizing the hot location. That's what I love to see. Yo, Sank, good to see you out there in TV land. Welcome in, welcome in. The hot typing content, that's why you subscribe. Well, I can't quit it now. I can't quit it now, right? It's impossible to quit now. All right, well, dark mode, please, Jesus, for everything that's healthy, dark mode. Yo, Finesse Bear, good to see you out there. All right, one quick typing test, then onto the beta way build testing. Oh no, actually inaccurate? I'll go back and fix that. I had no clue. I almost hit enter there to go to the new line because it was the end of a sentence, and then I had to remember that this test does not have you actually hit enter. Whoop. I am very slow today. Can we get somewhere before, like, maybe just a little bit? Oh no, I'm just messing up. Ooh, that was slow, guys. That was slow. All right, it wants to play an ad. We're not gonna watch the. I'm not gonna subjugate you guys to the ad. But then we'll go check out what we did. If I don't type, you don't watch. Well, there you go. I did the typing today was not great. Yeah. Ooh, guys. 64. No typos. I went back a lot to clean up, but 64. This is not great. We have dropped down 4 from yesterday. We had hit 69, but we had one typo. Today, no typos, but we dropped down to 64. So today's 2 tricky keys: D, still D. Why is D so tricky? It's literally a home key, and then Y. All right, interesting. All right, let's do some Marvel Snap. Let's do some testing. First things first, open Steam, grab Marvel Snap. All right, so the first thing with this deck tracker is actually the same first thing that I noticed with the live build that everybody can download from snap.fan right now. Why is Marvel Snap on this screen? That's insane. And that's this. Once you install it, that's really small. Can you guys even see it? Whoop. Once you install it, in order to get to everything, you got to go to your task menu. All right, and that's where everything's at: settings, the version number, manual upload, all of that. And that's on my main monitor. You guys are never going to see me interact with it, but this is how you interact with their deck tracker. This is true with the current deck tracker that they have as well. I'll be honest with you guys, not the biggest fan of this being the only way to get to these. It is always a moment of intuition for me when I first install and I'm going to use it. Untapped, you know, you open it up, there's a window, little graphical user interface pops up, you pick all the settings, you navigate from there. It's also got something in the system tray, just like SnapFan here does, and as you can see, a billion other applications that I run on this computer. Check out the menus. We need to launch it first. Okay. Yeah. So, and that's where it's at. So like to launch it, it's from there, right? And it should be already running. Oh, maybe it's not. All right, let me make sure it's running. Snap Sync, that's the app. All right, so it launches and it's going to be in my menu, and then I'm going to click Settings. Settings is the first one that we go to, and I've looked at these a little bit, and I gotta say I like some of these settings immediately. Yeah, so once we get here, I do like these settings. There's a lot of tracking that you can do. I forget what the initial default settings are, because like I said, I've opened it up to confirm that it's working before stream, but that's about all I have done. And I did toggle a couple things just to make sure it's working. Deck stacks, first off, love it. Yo, Matella Tiger, good to see you out there. Welcome in, bud, to TV land. This is something that if I remember correctly, the current live version of SnapFan's tracker does as well. It keeps your stats, it displays your stats on the tracker. I do really like that. So we still have that, but and to be honest, I stopped using the main one, so I don't know how much of this has changed from the current build and is just beta new. But I love this time frame, being able to set, you know, just looking at today or the whole time for that deck directly here in the tracker, checking on the league of, you know, if you only want to look at your conquest data. Absolutely love that. This is huge. And I love the fact that it's on the tracker. Again, some of this is definitely also in their live. Like, I know that their live version has deck stats, but I don't remember everything that's in there because I've been using Untapped. Yo, Bob, good to see you out there in TV land. Welcome in. We got a brand new beta ray build of a deck tracker from Snap.fan. We're checking it out. But here's the deal. All right. This is the big one. This is what I'm pretty sure is the biggest new feature in the beta and what will actually make me potentially use this. Enable game overlay. Having the game overlay, but as a content creator also, and primarily live first content creation, also having the pop-outs. Being able to do both. Absolutely really like that. The reason why I like the pop-outs is I can actually just capture the pop-out window for stream. Then I can move it around wherever I want. I can cut things up. I can do it however, right? You've got similar stylings and layouts. I believe Untapped has these as well. But I love the fact that there's two of them. Now you'll notice we do have the game overlay enabled. I've disabled Untapped just to make sure that we don't have any confusion there. But there's no game overlay. I've again tested it out enough to know that it works. The in-game overlay only happens when you're in a match. So when you're on the home screen, you're on your collection screen, wherever, there's no visual overlay indicator that it's running. Then you hop in a match and it works. Can you make it transparent background? Yeah, so let's find out, Bob. You might grab that. You have so many issues with the Untapped one. So this one is still in beta, Zotrex. But Thank, the main developer, is in chat. So I don't know if you wanted to butter up to him. I don't know. With OBS, yeah. So this is interesting, right? Matella Tiger is dead on this. I don't know if this is true about Untapped or not. because I haven't looked at it. But I love this right here to change the background, because you can't make it transparent in the window yet. But what we can do is we can set it to be like some real like off the wall color. Like, you don't want to use green, right? And I don't really like using black either, because black is a very common color in the cards. But like this super high pink coloring, right? And then in OBS I can add a source, let me open up studio mode just to make sure I don't break something. I can add a source to do a window capture, and I can choose one of these windows, the floating player view. All right, I can say okay to that. All right, and then we're gonna make it a little bit smaller so it fits, and then I'll come out of studio mode. This is interesting. It is a little it's not capturing it perfectly. Like, oh, you know something? This is probably an OBS setting. I think this is an OBS setting. Capture method, Windows 10 and up. There we go. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Boom. All right, so you can see I've got, this is what's moving on screen right now is in OBS. I've captured this window. All right, so it's not transparent, but we picked that hot pink type coloring. And as a content creator, again, this is important in a deck tracker for me. And this is something that I don't think other deck trackers really have. Because I can set that background color to something like a hot fuchsia pink type coloring, I can apply a chroma key filter correction on it and choose like a custom color and pull these hex values out that I see. Oh, I may have done that a little too much. Let me see if I can work on it a little bit here, right? And it does take a little bit of work to set up chroma key filters. There we go. Boom. I have made this with a transparent background in OBS. Boom. That quickly live, right here in front of you guys with a little bit of hassle, right? But like, that's just OBS. All right. So now, right, we haven't chosen green, which is my green screen that you guys can't see is green. And that's the color that I do for chroma casting. But we don't want to use green, right? Because then Hulk is just a giant transparent dude, right? So the ability here to create, and I'm gonna hide this off screen for now. The ability here to create custom background colors is huge for a content creator. All right, and I really like that. If we turn it on again, I'll turn the window capture on, right? I can change the format there, and you can see it just live update, live change, and of course, you know, because of OBS, I can change whatever's going on here. All right, so pretty good stuff there. Just don't play silent, right? And if I was to think about it, right, we could probably pick a better, like, very unique color that's not used very often and like set the similarity way down so like other colors don't match, because it's going to be guaranteed this hex number. So we could almost put the similarity down to 1. You could get it really well, which is nice. Yeah, Invisi Hulk would be absolutely terrifying. Volgra, the moose, absolutely terrifying. All right, so big fan of that. I am going to set the background color back to just black for right now. Now, here's something that's really cool. The cards. Holy smokes, guys. The options here on the options for the cards. Variants. All right. Card effects. Wait, okay, listen to this. Wait a second. Tooltips. I don't know what that's going to be, but we're going to enable it. And then card backs. All right. Card backs. Your opponent's card back is going to be in their card back list. That's pretty awesome. All right. I'm going to turn off the pop outs because we're just going to use the overlay feature for today's review. Yo, Oro. Good to see you out there in TV land. Welcome in. You should do a color key instead of chroma key for digital captures like this. Very noted. Very noted. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, tooltips. What are these tooltips? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Yo, Laszlo. Good to see you out there in TV land. We're going through a beta ray build of the new Untapped. Nope, wrong. The new Untapped killer, potentially, but we'll find that out. The Snap.fan new tracker, which honestly, look at this. Enable card effects, variants, card backs, custom background color, everything else Untapped does with deck stats, right? Detailed logging. I guess if I'm beta testing, I should probably turn that on, right? In case the dev needs my logs. So we'll get there, yo. Molars, what's up? Good to see you out there in TV land. Welcome in. This is pretty good looking stuff, all right? I like these settings. I like what's going on here. So already liking this over Untapped. First impressions off the first one. Other settings, right? If I pull up the picture for you guys. Oh, I closed the picture. I could probably get the picture back. Yeah, there we go. All right. How do I use paint? All right, so you also have like the version number. You can force an upload to snap.fan, view your profile, match history. All of these, I'm pretty positive, except for like disable, right? All of these are going to be links to your snap.fan, much like Untapped does and other deck trackers that I've seen. I think Marvel, what's the other one? What's the other resource? Marvel Snap Zone. I think they have a deck tracker too. Toolkits give cards descriptions on hover in the overlay. Oh, this is sick. All right, I'm excited to try that. It's in beta, only tracks beta ray build. There you go, Zotrex. That's a good one. I love it. What's the difference between that and card descriptions? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll review and find out, Bob. But yeah, so all of these other ones are just going to be links to your data on the snap.fan website. We're going to go into Conquest because I am at 96 and I want to more focus on the deck tracker itself than the game, you know? So we're going to do this. All right, we still haven't seen the overlay pop up yet. Hopefully it does. It gives me a little bit of anxiety not seeing the overlay yet, but there it is. All right, so it did pop up. All right, so this is what I'm talking about that I noticed on the first bit. Because my Marvel Snap window pops up and I did this, I opened Snap first, then I opened the tracker. Because it pops up on the wrong window and I move it, the overlay's a little bit confused right now. And we have the enemy's tracker overlay in the correct position, but my overlay is in the correct position on the wrong screen. So here's my theory on how I can fix this. I think if I move Snap to a different window and then move it back, the overlay figures out where Snap is, launches onto it, and gets dragged back over. So a real quick and easy workaround for that. But yeah, it does appear that with multiple monitors, the overlay can get a little confused on startup about where where Marvel Snap actually is. But very easy to fix. Very easy to fix. The moment you move Snap, the overlay, the program seems to figure it out, latch back onto it. But now, holy smokes, let's look at this. Look at all my effects just kind of bleeding through there. The rainbow coloring on Death for the Crackles, Venom's new purple crackles. This is so cool. So very cool. It does appear that the tracker is not aware of my opponent. Now remember, this is a beta ray build to test, so you know, some things may be a little wonky. Definitely multiple monitors soon. Yeah, it seems like it's not capturing the cards drawn from our opponent yet. And I know it was working because if you guys look at the Twitter post, I had opponent cards already there. But we'll play around with it. This is part of why we're testing it, right? I love the potential of what's here. I really like the effects here, being able to be seen of my cards, especially as a whale who loves this, right? Live testing, baby. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Goldback has left the chat. If the opponent plays Beta Ray and he appears, I'd use it. Maybe that's all we need, right? What do we got going on here? I really don't know what's going on in the game. All right. I might pick up the next game, and yeah, we'll check the logs. I did turn on detailed logging, just for you, buddy. All right, so let's see here. What if I enable opponent pop out? All right. All right, cool. So that did just pop out, no problem. Player pop out. Yeah, nice. Let's see here. We also have the scaling we can play with. So the scaling only applies to the pop out, not the overlay, which is cool. I can't believe we just beat our opponent. What cards did we even play, guys? Well, I'm not quite sure. All right, so that's good. Let's see if the next game it picks up. If not, we'll concede and start a new conquest. All right, so what happens if I turn off variants? I can see what my base cards would look like if they had my favorite variants effects. That's kind of funny. I like that. We can pull off the card effects. There you go. All of this just working completely live. Now we have all base cards list. Card backs isn't going to really work right now, considering that our opponent's cards are not being tracked. But we'll start a new game and see if that fixes it. If not, you guys know what the IT help is around here, and we'll try that in. You know. Opponent was stream sniping and couldn't see what cards were in their deck. Oro, I love it.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
That's right. All right, so this is really nice. This is working pretty well. If I click these really fast, it doesn't seem to crash. So that's good. Yeah, I was going to say, I also think it's just not picking up on changes at all, right? Because we do not have our side tracked either. It's just our deck, you know? What does Angel do? All right. Angel, first off, this variant is worth 700 gold. That's an interesting little touch. And when one of your cards is destroyed, this flies out of your hand or deck to replace it. You know? Yo, Insulaw Lunatic. Good to see you out there in TV land. Are we battling? Are you my opponent? I don't understand. Oh, what does Angel do? Angel dies. I think that's what you mean. Anyhow, so that's kind of cool. The Lady Deathstrike here, destroy each card with less power than this, does not have a gold number on the tooltip. I think that kind of makes sense because I'm pretty sure that was not purchasable out of the shop. Pretty sure that was like a bundle or something. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, this Venom was definitely a bundle. Without a doubt. This was Spotlight, I think? Okay, cool. Cool stuff. I think this just pops that out. That opens my player profile. Okay. We can do view details. View cards. View details. See the additionals. There's my card back. Okay, very cool. Oh, I should play something, huh? There we go. Right? I like that. I'm a real big fan of having the card back in here. Alright. We're going to start a new conquest. We're going to start a new conquest. Gonna need a nerf on release. I know, Bob, right? I know. Angel's so good. It's at least a 0-2 and possibly a free deck thinner. It's pretty busted.
I am Iron Man.
Oh, Spooter Duder, good to see you out there in TV land. This is the beta version of Snap.fan's new deck tracker. It's definitely in beta build. They reached out to me, asked me if I'd be willing to help beta test and everything. And I definitely am. And so far, Spooter Duder, I'm really liking it. It's very cool. Here are some of the settings here. You see, so like we can disable our card effects and just have our variants showing. We can also disable our variants and just have the base cards showing. We can also enable our card effects to see what the base cards might look like with our variants. We've got tooltips, so we can look up what cards look like, right? And we can disable that if we don't want it. And we've got card back. So you see it actually has my card back, and we can go back to not having card backs enabled. The dev's curse. Dude, thank. I 100% understand the dev's curse. 100% works on my machine, right? You couldn't buff Deathstrike to murder Kyera. That would have been cool. That would have been cool. Let's start a new game. Let's start a new game and see if that the hooks or whatever that are going on underneath the hood of the deck tracker can pick up and start tracking again. And if not, we'll do a cycle of IT help. So a lot of really good guys who are just joining in, Spooter Duder, a lot of really good options here. We even have deck stats right there on the deck tracker. You can change your time frame for it. Detailed logging I've got turned on to help out with the beta testing. The pop outs are possible,
This just in.
This doesn't look promising. We don't see the card backs of our opponent. Snap? Are we in Conquest? We are in Conquest. How do I snap? There we go. If you say so, Bob. Yeah, this isn't promising. We might have to turn it off and on again. We'll let our opponent play one card and see if that wakes it up. Yeah, maybe restart snap. All right, we'll try a couple. I do want to wait until my opponent plays a card, just in case that wakes something up. But yeah, I think we need to hook back in. Game audio sounds a bit different. That might be OBS glitching a little bit. Let me see here. How do I snap? You trusted this guy to beta test your software. Thank you, Oro. Thank you. Oh, cards that which I pulled. That's a good point. That's a good point. All right. Let me know if the audio still seems a little off, and I will try resetting it in OBS. All right. Well, let's try this. Let's try. Oh, there it is. Let's try disabling the tracker. and then enabling the tracker. Nope. All right, we're gonna have to do a restart for sure. All right, I'm going to attempt here to exit it. I'll click back in here. We can see that I have exited it. And now I'm going to try to turn it back on. And if that doesn't work, we will try to restart only Marvel Snap. All right, it is again confused. It did the exact same thing, put the opponent's window in the right spot and my window in the right spot on the wrong screen. But real quick, oh my, interesting. Okay, interesting. So that key press that I do in order to move Marvel Snap, I can actually move the overlay with it sync. So if I click the overlay here and then do Windows Shift and the arrow, I've just moved my overlay to the other screen. Now it's on this screen, now it's on that screen, and I can go even one more screen over to my vertical monitor. Oh, and now it's confused on where it belongs in this screen because I went to my vertical monitor. This pay no attention to. This is super edge case. I have a 1080p monitor flipped vertically that I put this window on, and so now it's gotten confused with if this was portrait mode, that's where, you know, a 1080p portrait would be. That is absolutely not something I think a beta build of an app should even pretend to consider a valid use case. Who uses a 1080p turned vertically most of the time, right? The windows are basically the website. Okay, got you.
Victory.
All right, let's see here. Did we win? What is going on here? Chat. All right. We've got to concede though. Actually, we don't even have to concede. We just have to end snap. I can do that. I can do that manually, right? Here is my play. I'll snap you back. And then, sorry, Marvel Snap. I know this is rude AF, but you're gonna be done. All right. Now we will open Snap's sync, the Snap fan tracker first. I'm gonna open it first. Confirm that it's running. It is running. Now I'm gonna open Marvel Snap. And this is an interesting extra little test because we will be in the middle of a game, right, when we load in, not starting a new game. So we'll see how much the deck tracker, if it picks up, how much it picks up on the game that we've played. All right, add a copy to your next card. All right, it might not pick up on the middle of a game. The overlay hasn't even picked up. I think it crashed. Yeah. It crashed. All right, well, let's open it now. Testing to do on reconnecting. That's a kind of a hard one to test on. And again, is not like a priority thing for testing, right? All right, it is. I don't think it's picking up on this game either. To be fair, again, we did this during a reconnect. I'm just doing your edge cases right off the bat, you know? I love the features. Again, these features here of having my variants and my effects on the variants is really cool. I also really love having the stats ready in it and going. It's all good stuff to see. I'm glad that, you know, I am a developer in my own time. Not game development or fun development by any stretch of the imagination. testing software that other people have built, that's a lot of fun to me because most of the time people just test my software. All right, let's open it up. Did I open it up twice? I don't think that's actually possible. No, I did not open it up twice. Okay, it is running right now. Let's jump into a conquest and see if it picks up. If not, we'll try turning it off and on again. It 1000% did work at one point. Right? I think we've just hit it with some pretty brutal edge cases. But like I've got photographic evidence of this. Yeah. Right? You see that? You see the 3 cards my opponent played? And this was using the pop-outs, by the way. First one, nice, nice. A lot of development is just like getting in there and doing it. You know? Oh yeah, we're definitely snapping. Why not? Oh yeah, we've got the card back, right? Oh, and Nico's been played? Perfect. Okay, okay. Where is Venom? Why do I not have Venom? That's a little weird. But we're tracking, we're tracking. There's the Nebula. It's a 700 gold variant. Okay, so feature request. I think always on overlay, even when not focused on snap, would be nice. Because that's why it's disappearing, guys. It's because I'm clicking out of snap. From a content creator perspective. I think another one is control over what's in the tooltip. Because for me, personally, I don't care. I don't care about like what the card does. Personally, I think that's hella good, really fucking good. But the fact that I can hover over and see like the cost of the variant is really cool. Like this guy's got a 1200 Shang-Chi. So like I would definitely like to have, like other people aren't going to want this stuff, but even like the variant name, the variant name would be really cool. If it's not a gold, like the source that came in, if it's a bundle, you know, or something. I don't know how many cards we have. There we go. If it's a bundle or something would be really cool. I'm really digging. The tooltips that I'm digging are like this Nebula with 700 gold. That is so cool to me. Obviously, the text of the actual card is super important as a deck tracker product. And that's super awesome that that is there. Do I have X23 down? I don't. So I could do this and then this. Oh, but then I can't play Killmonger. That's fine. But I don't really need it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yo, best dog. Good to see you out there in TV land. We are beta testing a brand new deck tracker by Snap.fan. Live beta testing. I'm really putting it through the ringer too. We're hitting some edge cases. Some extra data to customize it. Yeah. So you kind of see what I'm saying? Like I want it. I almost want more features that I think other people won't want, right? Like the feature that you have is what most people will want. And I think like in order for me to have my feature request
possible, I have to allow other people to turn that feature off. Why did I play a free Ducks Heroic? Because I am more interested in testing this deck tracker than I am about whatever's going on in the Proving Grounds game. So I'm really not paying attention to the actual game, to be honest with you, wife. Good to see you out there in TV land. Welcome in, welcome. It's Hanzo Charks coming in with the narrator voice modification. Bob the audio, woof, woof. Nice stuff, though. Yeah, so easy. Catbot, he's meet your catbot's a sweetie. Not my usual, but you need to be understood. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is Gobes 3 Spiritor. Don't you even. Don't you even. Yo, no problem. Marv, I appreciate you. Good to see you out there in TV land. Are we still gonna win this? Oh no, because I literally have no cards in my deck because of Lamentus, right? Because Lamentus
Just showed up somewhere. All right, cool. Let's end turn. See if her opponent BMs us into proving grounds. Yeah, so some really cool feature, guys, on this, right? I really am loving the variants and the card effects and the card back. Super cool. Is it just me, or is this one on the right slightly lower than this one on the left? No. They're exact same size, but the opponent's tracker is a bit longer because of the stats. Oh, right. We got stats in here. They appear to be two different sizes, though, right? I actually think they're at the exact same top level. I think this one over here is a little bit longer. All right, cool. We'll snap. I think the one on the right is bigger. So check this out. Because I can actually move these little windows with Windows Shift using the operating system to move them, I can take a screenshot of this with them right next to each other on two different monitors and then show you guys that screenshot. So you can see the opponent's deck tracker on the overlay appears to be a bit longer than the one here for me. Which I don't think's a problem at all. I guess it just like confuses me because like you said, Snake, this one's got more info. It's got my deck stat. You know? You thought you saw me shrink it a bit earlier? I don't think I did. Did I shrink it? I did shrink, like if we use the pop outs, right? Then I can control the size of these. And these look to be pretty well dead on with the pop out. But I think something special about how maybe my OS is, my computer is, I don't know, because they're the same for you, right, Sank? But this one seems to be a bit longer. I don't know how I want to do this, but I guess this is it. Who was in the pool, Zotrex? What did I miss? Stats on a tracker I like a lot. I do really like these stats. These are really cool. Super cool. And again, like, I think they're a little small for stream, right? But for you guys, the audience, again, they have these pop-outs. And this would be how I would actually capture it. I would do the 6x2, I'd put it underneath me, right? And I do it 2 times. And so you guys, like, this would be a little bit, I'd probably be able to play with it a little bit. Depending on how much customization you put in, like being able to maybe do bigger font for the stats to make it more prominent might be nice. I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. Like, seriously. Let's see here. What if I go to my snap screen, right? And then you guys are not going to see any of the bits. But what I can do, right, is I can kind of show you what this would look like if I was to set it up permanently for stream. And then we'll go back to testing the overlay on a full deck. Yeah, yo, Rickster, we're trying to brand's deck tracker. I really like a lot a lot about it. A lot about it. You'd like a second pop out just for stats? Okay, interesting. Yeah, that'd probably be pretty good for me as a content creator too, because so like again, I will I want to set up studio mode again to make sure that I don't mess something up. I'm gonna do a window capture. And like I could play around with this a lot more because the options are there with the background color being different. But with my current layout, ooh, I would have to tweak my current layout a bit. Right, I would need to move me maybe a bit like this so that I've got a little bit more room to make this a bit bigger, and then maybe do something like this, like that, you know? You definitely do stats only with more stats. There you go. Yo, you're welcome, bud. Tuck's a king, a pirate king. Good to see you out there in TV land. Kakoishin, you're welcome. All right, so here's a big one for you, Saint. If it's not going to do this next test, I'm going to super request this next test be done or be implemented. And it's a feature that Untapped has that I wasn't expecting to like really enjoy. Here, watch this clip. Okay, I'll check that in a moment. Hell yeah. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. You made a 3D model of an old card binder page and that you rendered without transparency and put over the tracker overlay. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen some of dude, Spooter, that's sick. That's really cool. Thank you, Bob. I'm gonna check that in a moment. All right, so this is what I'm thinking on here. We're the I need it to be always on top. There we go. If I interact with this overlay and I hit details, see, it doesn't do it to this. And this is why, oh, I forgot what scene we're on. So this is what I'm talking about, Thank. This is my feature request. When I interact with the overlay, I want it to interact with this as well. And the reason for that, as a content creator, is who does Twitch live views the most, right? When I'm going to be playing the game, I'm going to do something more like this scene here, where I have the window captured below me for stream's output, but I'm interacting with the overlay. So like when I hover over and do a tooltip, I'm doing it on the overlay. It's not showing up on this window. Might be something that you want to try to toggle. I don't know, but like Untapped does. I noticed Untapped was doing that. At first it was kind of weird, but it definitely ended up being something that I relied on. So, let me catch up on chat. And Taro Bang coming in into TV land. Good to see you out there in TV land, Taro. Welcome in. Archum, Arrow, or Valk? There's an old meme, a really old meme, Kakoshin, that it's the law to buy Archum Arrow. Now, back when that meme existed, that was like the best arrow that existed, right? There are more arrows now and a lot of really good ones, and there weren't a lot of Archums. I'm a real big fan of Valk, but at one time, depending on how you feel about memes, there was a law that said you had to purchase Archum Arrow. The idea was having a binder slide across the screen and flip open. Jeez Louise. Yeah, that if you're not playing Snap that much, don't put more work into it, but that's a cool idea. Did I just say that? I don't know, Boat. I have no clue, bud. No clue. Mark 50, good to see you out there in TV land. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are trying out a brand new deck tracker by Snap.fan. It's only in the beta mode right now. So we're actually doing beta testing and collecting log files to help out the developers. Memes are essential. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Always good to see you out there in TV land, Mark 50. Can't see the locations. This is true, Race. Thank you. I'm testing the tracker. I don't care about Snap. I care about the tracker. I still really love this aspect of the tooltip, knowing that that is a $1,200 variant, right? I see my opponent's variant. I want to know what it is. How can I get it? I love this. I want more options in the tooltip for more variant stuff. What's a meme? It's like a universally understood message displayed in like images or sound. New tracker makes you auto win games, it seems. $1,200. Whatever, Spooter. $1,200, 1,200 gold. You know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm getting at. Closed beta. It is in closed beta. Cushion. It is in closed beta. Must buy the Archimero. That is the meme I was talking about. That it was the law at one time. All right, let me see here. Was that fucking ladder? Fuck. Guys, I'm only supposed to be testing in Conquest. All right, Sank, a test that I did not mean to do was whether or not it works on ladder. It does work on ladder. I did not mean to play ladder. Fuck. All right, let's see. Thank you, Bob. It shrunk. I was just about to go back and looking for that. All right. I'm gonna turn the audio for you guys on because I'm pretty sure it's muted. There we go. Oh, what the? Yeah, because it kind of, like, when it first pops up, it's the right size, right? And then it shrinks. Does it shrink even more? Oh, no. It's about to come up, right? Yeah, right there. Interesting. Enable tooltips off. Shrunk it. Okay. Oh, look, this guy's live. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So when hush, Boat, hush. So when I was flipping stuff randomly, oh god, I'm such a bad tester. How did I produce the issue? I don't know, man. I clicked a bunch of buttons really fast and it broke. Sorry about that. You're hearing double. My bad. My bad. Ooh. Looks like if you join the Snap.fan Discord, they've got a link in the announcement. Thank you. If you want to drop a link to an invite link in chat, that's fine. That is cool. There's a bundle eventually. Yeah, eventually we'll have a $1,200 bundle. That guy seems like a good streamer. He seems okay. Maybe a bit distracted from time to time, right? No tooltips. Then we have tooltips. All right, cool. Okay, deck tracks just kind of scrunches them a little bit, of course. Oh, I don't know if that was, I guess because, yeah, if you want none of them on, then it might be a little weird, but I think it this is a small thing. I think it's more intuitive if I turn them all off instead of them all coming back on to turn off the deck stats themselves, I think. Good smells on them. Can you tell that just from a visual boat? I didn't even know boats could smell. This is very interesting. We're gonna have to check out that streamer. The whatchamacallit is up top, guys. The link to the short if you want to see what streamer we're talking about. Oh yeah, card effects are super cool. I'm big fan of that. Oh yeah, we are. Oh, you're gonna have a lot of good data. Also, I said I would try to build a document with what I was doing. I'm not. I'm just live testing crazy stuff. But yeah, I'll definitely get you all these log files. What has happened over there? How many times did you get energy? That seemed like a little bit of overkill. Alright. Turn the deck stats back on. Oh, it started tracking again. Oh, Sank. What's going on with that? Is that... It popped up some stuff when I turned the deck the stats back on. Okay, we have a test case. We have a test case. Let's see if we can reproduce this. Can I play in the middle location? I can. Cool. Alright, so let's just make sure. Let's see our opponent do a play and make sure that we get an update. Also, we got an ad going. Sorry about that, guys. I guess the people in the ad don't know it's that I'm saying this. Again, I'm really focused on the testing aspect of tonight's stream, so I missed taking my own break even. We both killed X23 twice. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of energy for them. I guess that's why they were able to play null. Okay, it definitely tracked that turn. Right? Definitely. I wasn't paying super close attention, but I'm pretty sure it definitely tracked. So now, let's turn off the deck stats. And do this, and this, and this. Let's see if we lose. So let's see. Will it track my opponent's deck? And what they play? Also, I think I do like to be able to hide the overlay. To like shrink it. Like Untapped Sable has it. As a click button. Because a lot of times, honestly, I don't play with an overlay. I just have it running for stream. Yo, Sank, thank you so much, bud. I appreciate you coming in, getting some of the greatest emotes that there are on Twitch. I am a little biased about that. Thank you so much for the sub, bud. Thank you, Zotrex. The ad people are missing this. They are. Yeah. Oh no, I think it got Venom. I think it saw Venom that last time.
The universe shall be set right.
They definitely didn't play. Giving some of your cards as seen to your opponent. Interesting, because they didn't play Thanos. I'm glad you're paying more attention than I am. That's a really good emote raise. But, spoiler alert, we've got a Dancing Micho emote. It'll probably be ready by next stream. So, just saying. Competition's coming. Alright. Why is the beast not in the tracker? I don't know. Why did the tracker reset? Does it not carry over through Conquest, or did it reset because it's like it realized, like maybe it self-healed itself enough to realize like it was tracking stuff it shouldn't have been tracking, and then came back for it? The opponent bug stuff is something someone reported, but you haven't been able to reproduce it. It should be carrying over. Well, it seems to be tracking their stuff now. Seems to be tracking their stuff now. It didn't catch that Deadpool. Did not catch that Deadpool. Maybe it's not tracking at all. Because that's my Nova, right? I think that's my Nova. I think that's my Nova. It did not pick up on my Carnage and stuff, though. Still not seeing their Deadpool. What dedication? Do you think that's what it was, Aurora? That might have been what it was. Sorry about that, Sank. Oh, it did pick up the Carnage. All right, it basically thinks I'm playing against myself. If I enable deck stats, though, what happens? Yeah, this is still my stuff. 100%. All right, interesting, interesting. Right, and it like for some reason it knows Thanos because of the stones, I guess. Interesting. All right, well, let's try to turn it off and on again. Yeah, same with Null. All right, move this back over here. Yeah, I don't think it's super happy with restarting up. Pull up the settings. Why'd they snap me? Is there a reason why you snap, bud? Okay, gotcha. Some stuff's just not able to replay a mid-match. Got you. So that's known. That's known. Cool. They have a 64 power Deadpool. Oh, that might be why they snapped. And a null. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they definitely snapped me good there. All right, let's exit out of this conquest. Start a new one. That's my null even? It's not my null. This is my null. Oh, I played my null in Deep Space? Jesus Louise. Guys, I'm definitely not paying attention to what we're doing. We're just trying to track. We're just trying to play around with the deck tracker. All right, let's see here. Let's do another Proving Grounds. Okay, deck tracker's popped open.
Destiny will arrive.
I don't think it's happy. We should be able to see our opponent's card back at this point, I do believe.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, and didn't pick up that we played Nico. Alright. So yeah, I think no, it's no worries, no worries. And I do think that it has the most trouble. It feels like it has trouble loading when we like already have Snap kind of going and pulling up, right? So let's see here. Let's close out a Snap. Okay, so Snap Sync is still up and running. We're not going to close it. We're just going to pull Snap back up. I might be wrong, but I feel like it is happiest. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd the settings go? They just disappeared? Oh, it was not happy about that at all. All right, it crashed when Snap played. All right, so let's pull up Snap Sync. Yo, what's up, Crypto Plays? Good to see you out there in TV land. We are beta testing live a brand new deck tracker. It is very, very cool feature set. Very cool stuff. Definitely a beta build. Definitely a beta build, right? We are helping the devs out big time here. All right. And I love beta testing. All right, so that was interesting, right? We had the Snap Sync running, and then we opened Marvel Snap. Snap Sync died, it crashed, but then we opened Snap Sync, and now we are completely loaded. We are good to go. We're going to play some cards. Yeah, we're tracking over here. We go to view details, no discarded, no cards destroyed. I guess it's really kind of hard to tell, like, you know, that exists. Oh, thank you. Thank you, dude. Yo, wait a second. Time out, time out. You have a new build this weekend that should be able to address these crashes? All right, sweet, 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 sweet. I like Black Hat too much in Hella. Black Hat's a lot of fun. Should you? Oh, yo, it's Dolph. Good to see you out there. Place Black Hat with Cole in your Black Knight Hella deck. I do like Black Hat a little bit too much. I kind of agree with Zotrex. But, I mean, try it out. Play it a little bit, you know. See if it feels better to you. Your playstyle may call for Cole more than Black Cat, right? Just because our playstyles lean towards Black Cat. So try it out. Try it out. But I think the cat's gonna do you better, you know? Alright, so yeah, new deck tracker, Jess. New deck tracker. In beta. Jump over to the Snap Fan Discord. There's an announcement there. I haven't read the announcement. That's what Sync said. All right, but I want to make sure that I understood this. I caught up on chat for a little bit here. I want to make sure I understood what happened here. Did I click this? All right, that's nice. The overlay auto hides itself when I open up the emote panel. Auto hides itself when I open this up.
That is cool. I'm a fan of that. Hell yeah. Yo, Gun Card, good to see you out there in TV land. Coming in with a baby voice modification. Yeah, 47 seconds. Just running. You rolled a Spotlight Crypto Plays twice and got Cole and Nimrod variant. Very sad you really wanted Thanos. I want the Thanos too. I am going to be getting that Thanos. You've had him pinned for 3 months now. Who knows? Maybe you get enough collection level if you get real lucky to be able to, you know, get another key, pull another chance. Yeah, this is really cool. I like this a lot. I am not positive if that happens in Untapped or not, because again, I normally leave the tracker, I manually hide the Untapped tracker all the time. And then just when I'm curious, I open it,
check it, and then close it again. And that is a feature that I will request. But this is so cool. And it's pretty quick and responsive. I like that a lot. Always. It took like 100 hours of engineering. I mean, I'm impressed by this. Like, this is not easy to, you know, come out to. I imagine. I've never developed a mobile app or an app that like reads data from another app per se, but I've done some development. All right, and that's some pretty cool shit going on here. There we go. Like the first time looking through Apple goggles. There you go. There you go. Oh, we got cheated. Darn. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we lose. Oro wants to know how that worked. You're gonna have to data mine the deck tracker. All right, Oro, to figure out all of its secrets. And then after you do that, they're not gonna put as much data in the deck tracker anymore. Anyway, I didn't mean to battle this. You won that Proving Ground conquest fair and square.
Escaped.
God, it's so cool. I really like that a lot. Double ripperonis with that's their Shang-Chi. And it did carry over that time. It did carry over that time. What would be easier? Reverse engineering the deck tracker or reverse engineering the Snap client? Well, if you reverse engineer the deck tracker, you might, by osmosis, understand the Snap client better. I don't know. It's possible. Oh, look at those card backs. That's so cool. Oh, man, I'm liking that a lot. Oh, God, I really like that. All right. We're going to see if we can break it this time. Do you notice how in the last one, I did no setting changes? I didn't mess with the settings at all. We're going to try to break it this time. All right, so our opponent's playing Yondu. Oh, there's the Wolverine. Okay. I do really like cards only showing up in the tracker when they, you know, are revealed to me. Because I'm pretty sure, like, right now, the deck tracker knows what that card is. Because the client knows what that card is. But there's this bit of hold that information till it flips, which is really nice. Really as a content creator, because it builds those levels of, like, anticipation and exciting moments in Snap. Where if it just disappears, it doesn't feel that way. And I remember this when before I was doing content creation at all, when I was playing Hearthstone and using its deck tracker, it would just boop, 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 boop right off the top. Even just give me that information before it was revealed in the client. And I kind of didn't like it as much, but I got used to it and I didn't care. I like it not being spoiled. Alright, there's Carnage.
Enough said, bub.
See our opponent's variants and their effects, just like we can see our variants in effect. All Hearthstone deck trackers are based off of your old coworker's code. I'd believe that. I would believe that. What am I doing? Do this. And then this. Maybe. Let's do this, and then this, and then this. And then this. Alright, let's see here. What are they gonna do? What cards you got show up in my deck tracker? Destroyed cards, 3 of them, okay. No discarded cards, they've got 5 in their deck and 5 in their hand. This is the number of cards in my deck. Destruction, discard. Oh, I don't have hand size information because it doesn't make sense for me to have hand size information because I can look at my hand, which makes a lot of sense. It's also not here, right? Oh, it is information there. Why would I need to do that? Why would I need to look at my own hand? ever. Ever. Alright, we're gonna see if it carries over into the next round of conquest. And then we're gonna change some settings and see if we can reproduce the missions. Yeah, they got us. Alright. Our opponent still has 5 cards we haven't seen yet. And we only had Thanos left in our deck. Along with Reality Stone.
Destiny will arrive.
Alright. So it's carried over. I'm going to turn off my deck stats. Oh. Okay. That's fine. Didn't do anything wrong. That's their Wolverine. But it's not spoiling anymore. Do you notice that? Or it's starting to spoil? It felt a little earlier than it used to. Maybe that was just my eyeball. Maybe that's just a false. Because I'm looking for something, right? Because I'm trying to break it. No. Okay, this is fine. Maybe it was a slight bit early for that one time. Maybe. But it doesn't seem to be crazy off, right? It didn't spoil it here. As long as it's not, like, spoiling it during my reveal phase. Yeah, I think that one was maybe a bit early. Okay, well. Try to break it again. This time, let's go down. The old version relied on packets that were always early. The new one should be relying on board itself now. Got you. It's interesting. I wonder how I got the opponent's side to start tracking my side. Because I thought all we were doing was playing around with the deck stats, but maybe it was something else. That's no response. I'm having too much fun toggling these. Oh, it almost carried over only the first state, and then it updated and got all the information we learned from the second game. That's not messing anything. Enable these guys again. I'm gonna move them off. just have all of have the overlay and the pop-ups running at the same time. I guess I can make these a lot smaller so that we can see them easier. There we go. I guess I should put them where they logically make sense, right? Put my on the left and his on the right. We'll check out and see how this is, how all 4 components, I guess it's only 3 components, these 2 and then the overlay. That was Deadpool. Carnage appeared. We haven't seen Carnage yet.
Enough said, bub.
Ooh. Alright, this is interesting, Tank. At super small window, right? At the scaling is 7.5. At first I was like, oh yeah, the top row always shows on the bottom row always shows on top. But you've got some of these guys hovering above. Just these. I don't know if maybe it's because they have different type of text. No, they seem to be very similar text, except they have, oh, they have the gold information? Is that what it is? Is it the gold information? Because that's no gold, that's no gold. That is gold, that is gold, that is gold, that is gold. But also, to be fair, if we go up to 1 scaling, it is correct, right? This is for the 0.75, which I think most people are likely not going to use this mode with tooltips. So probably a lower priority. But it does seem to be related to something to do with, well, at least on this side, these all had gold and these didn't. But I don't think that's true here. I guess it's probably about the size of the box, actually. It's probably the size of the box. Yeah, you can scale the tooltips as well. That would probably be strong. Null and reality, I've got to go. Are we in trouble? Should I have played Null and reality? I guess I should have played Null and reality. I played Death Strike instead. I don't know if that was good or not. Yeah, shut the Sinister down. We got a casserole, I think. Oh no, that wasn't turn 6. Whoops. That's all right. All right, let's see what else things we can poke around here. All right, let's check out stats. So today I've lost 23 cubes. We're like at all time for this deck. I have destroyed this deck. Okay, I like this a lot. Yeah, this is really nice. All right, I have a thought. Tournaments. Oh, is this the Snap.fan tournaments? What are tournaments, brother? What secrets are you hiding in your deck tracker here? A single Shang ends us. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Opponent snapped. Oh,
Really don't care. We are in improving grounds, right? Yeah, we're improving grounds. It's really weird to me that this is an option, Saint. Maybe this is a beta option only and you're not looking for it in the final build and this is helping you with testing, but like, Why would I ever want to click this? I'm going to assume this is a beta option. Don't have any tourney data these days. Need to remove that option. Got you. Yeah, the tourney data is interesting, but if it doesn't actually have data to it, then... All right, I want to see if I change my deck. Okay, that does change the box. That's good. That's really, really good. If I go to collection screen, how do I get to the collection screen? 2 rogues and 2 Shangs? Come on, Oro. That would be so much worse. That is beyond ended. That's right, Spooter. That's right. I can't remember what I was thinking of. I thought maybe there was a reason why I wanted the overlay to be here on the... Oh, yeah, I know why now. And I guess maybe it's that I can... I guess maybe, like, at the end of the day, we should just be using the windows for this, right? But... because we're not actually selecting decks by doing this, which makes sense. But if we actually select a new deck, it does change this. Where are my game stats? Oh, I don't have them enabled. So this is my thought here, Saint. And my first thought was, right, the overlay doesn't show on this page, but you have stats. And it does update as I change what my deck is. And as you can see, I haven't played a lot of these decks. Let's go see. I think I have some let's not do today. Let's do all time. Yeah, there we go. All time. Right? So like if I wanted to, I haven't played this deck on the computer at all, I guess. Right? If I wanted to go through my decks and just like kind of see, all right, what decks have been doing well for me today? Oh, okay, Blob plus 14. I got Blob 14 over the whole time. This season, in any, I guess it's all my data, but today, in the last 7 days, this is, but you see, do you kind of get my use case here? It's like, as I'm choosing my decks, I might want to be looking at these deck stats, you know, and deciding, right? Like, okay, I've done 4 gold conquests with 4 different decks. Let me review these decks and figure out which one of them I want to take into infinite conquest. You know? So like it's with this, right? I've got it, but with the overlay, which I do like the overlay more. Right? More than this. This I still think is a crucial. The window is crucial as me as a content creator to have, so that I can have complete chop up control with OBS. But 205 cubes over its lifetime? Oh, pretty good, right? Pretty good. All right, let's do another conquest. See if we can figure out some other use cases and other ideas. This week's going to screw over some of the card stacks with the power couples. That's true. That's true. But I know that SnapFan does a lot. Like, they already make a point to filter data for hot locations and stuff. I bet they're already, like, boxed this meta's worth of data off as the power couples data, you know? And I'm sure Untapped has, like, the folks who are logging data like that, they'll put an asterisk on this card data. Even Marvel Snap did second didn't do that, right? They're only looking at this data in the context of what it is. Just beat a top 17 player? Damn, Bob. There can only, that's how it works, right? It's like Highlander. You just, as you beat them, you move up the chain. We don't talk about how he disconnected before the game started. Nice. All right, we're tracking. We are tracking. That's good. Again, I am gonna say, like, I think it's way more intuitive if I unclick all of these to turn off deck stats. But that might be a per user, like, user experience type thing. But those are my thoughts on it. And a lot of the reason why I'm doing that is because wasn't that, like, how we saw something happen earlier? I'm trying to reproduce where the opponent's deck tracker starts tracking our cards. But I have no clue how we did that earlier.
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
We are in Conquest, right? Yeah, okay. Why do we have so much energy? I don't understand. Oh, because things went fast. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this. No, that's probably not the best. F it, let's do this. No, that's not the best. I don't even know why I care. You know something? I don't even care. We're trying to deck tracker here. You hit rank 80 finally last night? Let's go, Rickster! Climbing on up. We're about halfway through the season. You're getting there. You'll get there. The details? Destroyed the spider hand. Okay, no cards discarded. What are my details? Destroyed one card. X23. That null is going to power up as things get destroyed, even increasing venom that much more. That's sick. I like that a lot. We've destroyed X23 twice. That's kind of cool. 88 last night. Ooh, got your first infinite last season. Let's go. It takes so much time to get infinite. Like, it's a legit grind. What's going on over here? Cable? Doesn't seem like I should do that, to be honest. I think this is good enough for over there. I think that's good enough. It's always just all these gears, right? They're just oops. Okay, this is weird. Oh, player's profile. Never mind. It's not weird. I know what that button does. If the lane's about to shut down, that's totally when you should play null before it can be interacted with. Yeah, I guess I could have. Definitely could have. Kind of wanted to just play null, right? This little null boy, just like that. And then, like, do this. And then, like this. I don't know. We'll probably lose. We probably lose. What happens if I change this while it's running? If I just, like, smash my keyboard like this and hit save? There was a button I had to click to save. Oh God, no idea. Yep, I got you, bud. I got your edge cases for you. Did it cause my opponent to disconnect? I think it causes my opponent to disconnect. Did it still track? I feel like it still tracked.
Victory.
Oh no, I had already played Null 1. Oh, it's because of what's in my deck, right? I did that. No, I did that in the middle. There was nothing to track because my opponent didn't play. Why didn't my opponent play? That's so rude. I needed my opponent to play so that we could track something. So you want to DC your opponent so you can win. I may have disconnected my opponent with this tracker. This might be the strongest tracker of all time. Lag switches back in the Halo 2 days. Interesting because it knows something, right? It's got some information, even though we changed the game path. So like, is that just built into the cache? Is it frozen and not updating any? No, because it reset mine. It picked up that we went to a new game, right? You know something? I may have not broken anything with that, Sank. That might honestly, you might only load that into your program on boot up. And then don't read that game path again, right? You just store it into your variable on boot, calling a constructor, and then you're done. And it never changes again. Nope, just kidding. It's oh, no. It's tracking. It's tracking.
Opponent snap.
See if they play a card. Yeah. So I think the answer is nothing happens if you change this live. All right. I'm trying to break it. Yo, Ram, good to see you out there in TV land. Welcome in. What notifications might there be? What does this enable notifications do? Because I haven't noticed any notifications. We're not climbing the ladder. We're mostly just checking out this deck tracker, which is why there's so much chaos going on around us. So we've been playing up here in Conquest just to protect our ladder climb. But off stream has been going pretty well, Ram. I'm still solidly in the 95s, working towards. I can't play over there. Well, that's fantastic. You know, working towards that 100. Haven't fallen yet, you know, off stream. You have pop-up notifications on match end? Like where all the other notifications show up in Windows? So like when the match ends, I should see a pop-up notification? The Windows one, all right. I'm not seeing that. Like it should have popped up there, right? I'm not seeing one pop up in Windows. It is on a different monitor than I play Snap for. But I kind of try to watch it real hard there. I'll sacrifice 1 cube to test this. 1 cube sacrifice.
Destiny will arrive.
Project Pegasus. Tracking in the ladder. There's a little bit of a spoiler on that one. Living Tribunal showed up a little bit early. Yeah, Zabu showed up a bit early too. Why'd Iron Man scoot over like that? Goofy dude. I gotta remember that I'm trying to lose here. Or not lose, I'm trying not to lose more than 1 cube. We only want to lose 1 cube. And it's Tribunal, so we totally lost. Alright, so let's just go ahead. Retreat. Got my eye on the notification area.
Escaped.
Nah, no Windows notification. Okay. Interesting. I think that gets us through most of the track in here, most of the things. Yeah, I think it does. All right, so let's go over here. Ooh. Yeah, I do think I'd have to change this a bit. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting some food too. Yeah, no problems. Like, I gotta say, all right, so I do really like this. There's a lot of things that I like. I think you heard everything that I like. Overall, really good tracker. The fact that you've got the variants and things in it, think it's gonna be my new one. Someone just said food. I know, right? I'm hungry too, Jess. I'm hungry too. I think I'm probably going to switch this over. Start using your beta. I just need to kind of redo the layout, right? So that it kind of fits under me. I might honestly just redo the layout overall because like we could run the 3x4. We could run the 3x4 maybe. What happened to Untapped's tracker? I think I tried to turn Untap on so that. Oh yeah, it got beat up. I don't know what happened to it. That's super strange. But go out there, get some food, Appreciate you coming in to view the testing. Hope it was really beneficial. Let me know how to send you the detailed logs so I can throw those over to you. And you have a wonderful night, my friend. New stuff to add, float counters next for both sides. Yeah, those would be good. Pull up these settings. Let me see here. You know what? It's because, yeah, that's the reason why. Because Untapped changed something for them. Okay, but this is back where I normally sit. So if I made this, if I do go ahead and I make this the same size. Where's my setting? Here, there. We'll make this a 6x2, right? And then I forgot that I did do some bonus pieces here. So let's crop this like this. I think the stats are so cool though, right? Like we probably want to keep the stats in our image. If we don't keep the stats for our new overlay, right? Our new stream layout, since we're going to start using this beta forever. Right? Then this is basically the Untapped piece right there, right? What do you guys think? Do you think the stats are worth holding on to? I kind of like it. I do kind of like the stats. You know? It doesn't add that much difference. Put myself on top of that. Might be able to... Hell, we'll make it just a little bit bigger anyway. I actually forgot where... We gotta be careful about making it too much bigger because it's gotta fit. We don't want to cover up too much of the game board. I think I did make it too big, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively shrink this down.
Destiny will arrive.
Shit, I just played a real game instead of a conquest. Oops, I tried to do that on OBS instead. The fact that that changed into Sanctorum might be the worst thing that could happen to us, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of like the stat. But I feel like there's some ugliness with the stats, too. We could also make this 2 times... Does that change the resolution at all? Because I think I changed the size of it. So, like, if I change this size, and then go to 1, it's super small, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to delete this window capture. Hopefully this doesn't break stream. If this breaks stream, I'm sorry, guys. Alright, it didn't break stream. Cool. So, I want to add a new window capture. Call it Snap Sync, because that's the name of the program. And then it is the floating player view, Windows 10. Okay. So I'm wondering, my question is like, will the image just look better if I like make it a bigger sized image and then shrink it down in OBS instead of using a small image? And like, I don't think I should make the image bigger in OBS, right? I should only shrink this window down in OBS. They haven't snapped, right? Good. I mean, that's it right there. That's how that works. I can't end turn here. Retreat. I need to go back to Conquest to play around with this a bit.
Escaped.
Alright, and then let's pull this down near the Untapped tracker. Get into a Conquest. I really like this tracker. I'm gonna start using this over Untapped. I just like it that much. That's all there is to it. Alright, now let's get another.
The universe shall be set right.
Opponent snapped.
GG's, bud. Oh, that is not the one I actually wanted. This one. All right. That would be right over chat, right? But we could put it behind chat, maybe? This into this, I guess? Yeah, maybe we put the opponent's deck behind chat. Right? Then we need to go pull it way back down. What do you do? Add a copy to your hand? Oh wait, I think if I'm adding a copy, I'd rather get this as a copy. Alright, and then let's see here. We do this. Hello. Oh, hello there. Toasty and Capagen. With some of these. It'll be a little difficult to see, I guess, like if people are typing, but screw it. Like, my opponent's deck is not something I'm always super interested in showing, to be honest, right? Like, just be honest with you guys. I'm more interested. Did I not get a copy of this? Did I fill up my hand or something? I don't understand. You think Landscape Client is terrible for streaming? Just so much wasted space. Yeah, honestly, Roro, I've been thinking about just playing it in portrait mode again. Like, I like it for playing way better, but you know, we actually still have our old snap layout, I think. Right here. And it almost works in widescreen. Right? Just the way it was. It almost works. Right? And so we'd still be able to put our deck down here. We could probably put something else out there. But and the going through the collection and stuff is just so freaking good on the widescreen as well. But yeah, I agree. Like for streaming, portrait mode probably a little bit better, honestly. Did they lad Maximus? I don't know. Oh. Wow, they're playing Ronin. That's cool. Who knew that anyone ever played Ronin?
Escaped.
All right.
The universe shall be set right.
Oof, it didn't carry over that time. That's a little bit of a shame.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I don't think you understand how little I care about that. All right. I'm trying to think now on something else. I want to see. I'm going to continue working on this layout a little bit. Figure out a good background color to use. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Okay. Double draw here, I think, is what we need to do. Not that I think it matters all that much. I think I need to just decide what a really good color is. It's gonna be difficult because all the colors are gonna be like just really good, you know? It's good to see you out there, Zama. I mean, I guess deck trackers and sponsored images, I guess that's fair. That's a good point, Zama. I could see that. I do think it comes down to like a preference type thing, but I mean, again, like with the very similarly though with the portrait mode, right? If we go back to our old bit, like because it was portrait and it just fit in the middle here, I still had all that side screen real estate, you know? It just kind of fit more compactly and didn't need to necessarily try to cut stuff to make it fit shorter, you know? I don't know, we're beta testing Snap.Fan's new deck tracker. It's not released yet, it is in beta, it's got some issues, but we're beta testing it. And so, like, right now, I'm working on getting it set up a little bit with the stream layout because I think I'm going to use it. I think I like this enough that I want to use it. 100% like this enough that I want to use it. So we haven't really been paying attention to the games at all, to be honest with you. Maybe like some kind of dark, like purple. I mean, we had done pink, but yeah, I think something like this almost feels fuchsia in color, right? Like that almost feels very, very hard. Like I doubt there's gonna be something that does that. All right, we said color key, right? Cool. Do we win here? Probably not, right? We kill this master mold? That might be fun. Alright, cool. And then this one, we need to apply the same filter to. GG's, bud. GG's. Oh god, that affects my overlay too. Alright, we need another conquest match. So I can see the overlay and stuff and continue testing. Actually, no, I gotta go to work. Shit. I have to go to work, guys. I forgot about that. It is definitely time for me to go to work. Yeah, it's not as cool down here because of the wallpaper. I need to make the schedule disappear, I think. I also think I don't like the purple as much. That's okay. We'll figure it out later. I need to get going here. Yeah, I've got a deployment to do. So I have to do that here in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to go stretch around, decompress, get ready for work, set up the laptop and everything. We have to do these off business hours because well, because otherwise, if we made changes to their system while they were using them, things would get wonky. So we just do it off business hours after everybody's no longer doing business. But yeah, it does mean that I need to go get ready for work, go take care of that. I may or may not be back. I don't know. You'll just have to stick around or keep an eye out on all the notifications to find out.
It has been a shit ton of fun beta testing Snap.band's new deck driver, but it was a lot more fun doing it with you live on Twitch.tv. We're gonna go over to the credit screen. Doesn't matter if you're chatting, subscribing, following, or overall just being awesome. Your name's gonna show up in the credit screen because this is just as much your show as it is mine. A big shout out to Saint not only for developing this really cool deck tracker that I'm really enjoying and I'm going to continue using and testing, but also for subbing today, guys. It has been great hanging out with viewers like you.